Hi, this is Will from Refuse to be Feeble. Now you're looking at dialysis, and it's a scary thought. The process of putting a fistula in your arm or a shunt in your chest and having to sit on this machine that is cleaning your blood for you. You don't feel great, but once you start dialysis, you will start feeling better, that's a promise. But a lot of times I realized for me, what helped me was the mental part. I first went on dialysis when I was 32, 33. And fortunately for me, I had a mentor who was Norman. Norman had been on dialysis for almost 2 decades, and Norman taught me how to beat the machine. I was sitting there once and I wouldn't speak, and Norman looked over to me and he said, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" And I got upset. What's wrong with me? Here I am in my 30s. I'm hooked to a machine to keep me alive. I've got 2 young kids, and how am I supposed to feel? He said, "You should be thankful." And I went, "Thankful for what?" He said, "At least we have a machine that keeps us alive." And Norman told me that he will teach me how to beat the machine. And the way he taught me how to beat the machine was to invest in others, and therefore I will get residual that would help me. He told me to open my business, to start training people. Now my dialysis was Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And so he said, train them on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I noticed that when I started training people, I felt better because I had a worth. And Norman's famous word were always bullshit. And he would tell me, "You can do this." "No, I can't." "Bullshit, I did it." And so after training for a while, he told me, "What are you doing on your dialysis days?" I said, "Well, I'm so tired. I go home, I sleep. I'm not good for the day." "Bullshit. I did it. You can do it too." And I found myself that right after my dialysis session, which was almost 5 hours that I was on the machine, I could get up and come in and train someone. Believe it or not, investing in someone else and putting my focus into them made me stronger. And so what I'm telling you, the secret to beat the machine is that, one, you have to take care of yourself. And if you don't take care of yourself physically and mentally, it will consume you. Two is find a purpose. And this purpose was that, hey, I could help other people. Hey, I have to provide for the kids. Hey, I have to do all these things because I need a worth. I want to live. And so by concentrating on them, I got the residual. And the residual was reciprocity, which really helped me. The sad part about it was after being on dialysis for 3.5 years, Norman came to me, who was in his 80s, and he said, "Kid, I have cancer." And here I am crying, saying, "Okay, you're going to fight it." He goes, "No, I'm going to stop dialysis. It's time for me to go." This was my mentor, my rock. And I remember he said something that really touched me. He put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "You'll be okay. I taught you well." Norman came off dialysis, and within a week, he had passed away. Now, this was a hard time for me because the chair next to me was Norman's and it was empty. And then they put this young woman in the chair. And I must admit, I wouldn't speak to her because this was Norman's chair. And back then, we shared a television between the two seats. And she changed the channel. Norman and I would have a ritual. We would watch Dark Shadows and then we would watch Chips. And I got upset. Didn't say anything to her. Then finally she turned to me and she said, "Excuse me, sir, how do you do this? I don't think I can do this. I have small kids, but I don't think I can make it." And I noticed then my crusty heart melted. And I turned to her and I said, "Yes, you can make it. I'll teach you how." I became her Norman. And so for those of you who are already on dialysis, I beg you to take up the challenge and become a Norman for other people. Push them and allow them to realize that they can make it, and they can realize it through the way you carry yourself and how you are on the machine. And if you come in vibrant, ready to go, and thankful, it becomes contagious. And I found that this helped me as well as others when I would come in. Even for my second time, I would see people come in and they were like, doom and gloom, poor me. And I walked in happy, smiling, laughing, joking. And this became manifested and made me realize it was true when a young man came in and he was on dialysis and still now he's waiting for a kidney. And just seeing him the other day, he said to me, you know, I want to thank you, because if it wasn't for you coming in vibrant and showing me that I can live, I don't think I would be here today. So again, for those of you who are going on dialysis, this is not a death sentence. You can make it, you will make it. Just remember, be strong and be like Norman. This is Will.
We are the people that refuse to be feeble. I said, yeah, we are the people that refuse to be feeble. I said, yeah, we are the people that refuse to be feeble. I said, yeah, we are the people that refuse to be feeble.